G'day, Tragic here, and welcome to turn 1 of Mage Night. We're playing Shades of Tezla. These are our big evil avatars we have to deal with. And, well, let's get straight into this. I've already done all the initial setup, so we're just going from here. Basically, we have a lot of influence in this hand and movement. So I think the plan here is to go 1, 2 to the monastery. And to do that, I think we're just going to go pay out the green movement. And we're going to stop there. We're not in a big rush here. I mean, we're fighting against the dummy player, but the dummy player is pretty lenient. And there's no need for us to burn. I mean, we could burn all our cards now and probably hire something from the monastery. But I think it might be easier just to wait for the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just draw one more card. At the monastery, we have Decompose. Now, I haven't used Decompose much, but it's only been recently, as in like in the last maybe 5 or 6 games, that I've really started to appreciate the power of cards that discard things from your hand. And you want them early too. You want to gain like a really good move action, right? From the offer, like something that gives you really good movement, and you get that from the advanced action offer. And then you want to use something to discard your crappy old walks and things like that. Like it's an idea very common in deck builders, obviously, but I've never really equated it to Mage Knight, because Mage Knights to me has always been about accumulating power. But cards like Decompose that allow you to discard things just makes your deck better, because you can pull greater cards. So we can buy this, which is very good, and there's also an illusionist that we can get at the monastery as well, which is probably a guy that we'll eventually want to replace. But the influence gain is excellent, and it does have 2 physical resistance, which is surprisingly good. Plus, target unfortified enemy is huge. Okay, so anyway, so that's number 1. We're just moving to the monastery and holding out. And 2, basically we took Rethink, so we can discard some cards and redraw. Now, if we look at, I should probably, I'll make a camera so it's easier for me to flick there. I think we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would be the perfect move for this turn. But I don't really know how we're going to get there. It'll allow us to reveal that. We'll get a crystal from here, and then we'll be able to fight this guy next turn. So that's really what we want to do. So, to that end, I think what we're going to do, because we took Rethink, we can discard up to 3 cards. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of Improvisation. And then I'll just take 1, 2, 3. Group these up. And reshuffle that deck. Much better hand. Haven't got a lot of attack here. What have we got? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attack max. Anyway, still. We have a gold die here. That's 4. Got no other movement. Well, we would have preferred to get a second movement card. That's what we were fishing for, but we didn't get one. So we're just going to spend the gold to get 4 movement. And that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, which allows us to flip up this and take a look, see? Okay, so that's pretty cool. We've got the sort of imps flying around the top of the keep. That's why they've got no fortification. We can just shoot them out with our arrows. 7 armor is pretty hard to knock out, though. But the real problem here is the brutal ability. That's the skull mark. Brutal really is really harsh. That basically means that even though we're only block 3, it will do 6 damage on each attack. It's going to like throw a fireball from each hand. Still, 5 rep. Now, let's just chuck that back. And go to Tuvok. Tuvok also doesn't have a particularly good hand. Got some influence. We've got, this is a great card though. It's got move, influence, attack, and block. Plus we've got quite a lot of attack and block here, and a movement. I think the best option here would be to go 1, 2, and then attack this guy. All we have to do is block 3 and attack for 4. It's no issue at all. He's got planning, so we want to have at least 2 cards in our hand. So this is... Let me just grab this so I can see a little clearer. We need to attack for 4 and block 3. So we need to move. There's attack 4. And we'll just do that. And take a red. And that's pretty much it. So, we've spent 2 points to here, then we provoked the enemy who was there. He attacked us. We used a red mana to block for 4. He only attacks at 3. And then we attack for 1, 2, 3, 4. And that kills this guy. And he's out. Nice. So a few things happen here. For starters, Tuvok goes forward 1 because it's a rampaging enemy. And this gets discarded into the necromantic discard pile because it's not a normal monster. And then I'll just shuffle this. We get to draw a necromantic token. So just stick up here. And this is Vial of Toxin. 1 source of physical attack gains +3, +2 if ranged, +1 if sieged. The bonus is locked if the attack is no longer physical. Wow. So basically, if I discard this token while I play this card, it would be an attack of 5. Very, very strong. Excellent stuff. So let's just chuck that back and reset. But we screwed up. We only have 1 card left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got to keep an eye on that. Okay, so we've got a green now. Now it's Wolfhawk's turn. Now Wolfhawk has the amazing movement abilities. So look, we've got all movement. So she's got the most movement. So I think, let me have a look here. We've got lots of, what are we going to do here? We don't need this influence. That's terrible. That's a bit of a dead card. Each other card providing move, including sideways, gives 1 extra move. 3, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we go bam, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And because we get a +1 movement from this guy. So that is actually 8 movement we've just produced. And that's going to take us to here. Okay, so let's dump that back. Ooh, another red. And I'm also going to just choose to discard Threaten. And Yeah, I'm just going to discard threaten. Oh, we had great start, which means I should have had an extra 2 cards, which I didn't even realize. Okay, and I'm also going to discard stamina, and I take 2 cards back. So while I was in the editing, I realized that I completely suck at counting. So just to show you what happened here again, let's try not throwing that into the dice cube. I played 4 movement with a blue die, which I've re-rolled already. Then I played another 2 movement. That's actually 3. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I discarded this because we actually needed 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 to get there. So there was no good. So what I think we are going to do with this turn is, because if I have to play this card, that's another 3. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that can get us to 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or it can get us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's quite a lot of things we can do here with that extra point. But since it was a mistake and, you know, it only took me like a couple of turns to make one, I think, and then I discarded this one manually. We're just going to stick with the same thing where we were. So I'm not actually going to change my position. I'm tempted to move her to here, actually, and then I can just start exploring off in this direction. Because the goal is to get Wolfhawk and Etheria into the Necromantic Zone, and Bevelar and Tuvok into, you know, the Elementalist area. But I think for now, we're just going to sit where we are. And that is the end of our movement phase. So we didn't do a huge amount. Tuvok did kill a horrible skeleton monster. Athenia sort of went in the wrong direction. She actually wants to head into the necromantic area of the map, but she is very close to this area, so she might come down here and just grab it since she's here anyway. Wolfhawk is poised to attack there if needed, and this guy's probably going to head here. What we have to do now is just do the dummy deck. So let's give that a shuffle. And the way the dummy deck works is you just flip over 3 cards, and whatever the last card is, you then deal again as many cards as you have mana that matches that card. So this is a white card, and there is 1, 2 mana. So that's another 1, 2 cards that get flipped over. And that is the end of the first